Hello everybody, welcome back to the Menagerie and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. We're gonna get on the Ebon Hawk. Hold on. Patton's gonna stare at me in the corner. Let's go. Let me just take my... The best part about that is you can still barely see it, the green from the cursor in the corner. Okay, now we're gonna bring it back.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
Alright, last time I did this... Yep, it's doing it again. So we will be right back.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
It's probably still gonna do the same thing again. If it does, we'll just have to deal with it. Hey, it worked. I don't know why it does that. It did that last time too when I tried to record this. I had to restart then as well. Maybe it was trying to tell me that the audio wasn't recording. This time I know it's recording because I have OBS open in the corner over here and I'm looking at it right now. It's definitely recording the audio. Weird little bug, but this game is full of those. Isn't it just enjoyable? I like it. It's part of the... It gives it a feeling, you know? A charm to it. You know, if it worked perfectly without any flaws, it would just... I don't know. It just doesn't have the same feeling, you know? I like stuff that's just barely held together and it's just struggling to go, and did you see that in the background? Anyways.
What is the machine saying?
How many people went back to see if there's actually anything in the background right there? Shout out to you. I would totally do that if someone said that. Also, hold on. Keep in mind, real quick, this door right here is open. This door, it's open.
We seem to have found it.
Just keep that in your memory. Look, it's me. There's my lightsaber.
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. She speaks to their passions, not their sense.
I'm still in the room. Talking about me as if I've left already.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there, more like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
She did?
We are not the ones who taught him.
Her?
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She is changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Yeah? Just keep in mind, it's still open, that door. I'm sure you know where this is going. Dantooine. Nar Shaddaa. Andron. Korriban. And Telos. We've already met her. It doesn't matter. I guess that's where we're going. All those planets.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Right, moving on. Are you ready for a lot of ship
General,
talk?
Is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that. I never said you were, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
I know where to find those. This is
For
one
the
of my
last
favorite ones.
time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
Still got more.
Got a minute?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the general? Yeah, during the war, if that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
You're being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey, I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
He learned how to speak droid.
All I'm
Or
saying
understand
is
it.
that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. If it wasn't for me, we'd all be floating in space. I think I can handle a few repairs to your circuits.
Just add and hang out in the
Good.
background.
Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
+2 to his constitution. Alright, that's all the ship talk. For now. I could go talk to them all individually. Well, I could do that, but we are not going to. Alright now. I will dedicate an entire episode to just talking to all the people on the ship, but I want to get a few more companions before we do that. Also, yeah, that was the joke. The door was open there when there was nothing inside. Now the door is closed and oh hey look, there's an HK unit in there. Well, I guess we'll T3 doesn't seem to like it. Maybe T3 knows something about this person, this droid. Didn't I have more than just those? Thought I had at least 3 parts instead of 2. I guess I only had the 2, which means we have processor, chassis, and vocabulator. Dope. That's gonna take a while. It's gonna be a while before we have all the parts. Yeah, there's another HK unit. This one looks old and rusty. Perhaps he's been around the block. So, he is a companion, by the way, when you fix him up. We're just gonna go. So, you have 4 options to pick from. I guess if you want to go back to Citadel Station, you can too. There's no reason to, but you can. 4 options. We've got Onderon, Nar Shaddaa, Korriban, and Dantooine. I don't recommend going to Onderon first because, a bit of a spoiler, because you were stuck in Paragus, then you were stuck in Citadel Station, then you were stuck on Telos' surface, and you're finally free to explore the galaxy at your heart's content. If you choose to go to Onderon, you will be stuck on Onderon. So if you want to have the freedom to explore, I would not go here. I made that mistake one time playing this game, after not playing it for a very long time, for a good couple years, and I felt tired of being stuck and wanted to go explore freely, and when I got to this point, I was like, oh, Onderon, that sounds awesome, and I got stuck on Onderon, and I wouldn't recommend it, unless you're okay with just another 3 or 4 hour section where you're stuck on a planet and can't leave until you finish everything there. I also wouldn't recommend it because it's really, really hard. There's a lot of really difficult fights here. Same goes for Nar Shaddaa. While you won't get stuck on it to begin with, if you progress through the main story of Nar Shaddaa long enough, you will get stuck on Nar Shaddaa. And this has some insanely difficult fights. I definitely don't recommend it until it's like at least your 2nd or 3rd planet. I usually save this for my third planet. And here's Korriban. I usually save this planet for last. While you don't get stuck on it like you do these two, it's a very, very, very hard planet. Well, because it's a Sith planet, and there's a lot of Sith, and there's like a Sith temple, and it's a very hard planet. I definitely don't recommend you do it first, unless you just really think you're good enough. But especially this early on when you don't have a lightsaber yet, I don't recommend it. It's just, I mean, you can quickly get a lightsaber here, but you've got to fight some Sith to get it, and it's just not worth it, I feel. So obviously that means the one that I didn't talk about, it's Dantooine. Dantooine's the easiest planet out of the 4, and it's also probably the easiest planet to get a lightsaber in. While you can technically get a lightsaber at any planet, well, it takes a lot longer if you pick either of these. And this one, it doesn't take very long, but you have to fight some Sith to get it, which is not easy. However, Dantooine is easy, it doesn't take very long, and you can pretty quickly get a lightsaber, which is why I recommend you go here first. Also, it's a pretty place. Like 17 minutes in, and we actually finally get to the gameplay of the new planet, you know? So, it's mostly grassland and stuff. I like Dantooine. I think it's a pretty planet. For some reason they don't do it for Dantooine, but for all the other planets, when you land, they'll do like a round table discussion on the planet. But not here, because I guess there's not really much to talk about. Why are you just now giving me that? We're gonna go with the boys. Yeah, don't.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first.
I kind of like that over-the-shoulder camera.
Salvagers are stripping it of anything valuable. Mostly they're collecting trash the Jedi left behind. The Enclave was bombed during the war, so there's not much left. But since you're a salvager, I expect you already know all that.
Why can't we wear earrings?
Then who are you? The only recent visitors we've had on Dantooine have been salvagers, and a slew of mercenaries.
You used to live here?
Really? You seem pretty well armed for a farmer. But a lot of us joined the military during the Jedi Civil War. If this is your first time back, a lot has changed. You may want to go into Kunda and ask around about your family. There was a lot of movement when the Sith invaded. Hopefully everybody you knew is safe. She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries. Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government. I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it. Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Yeah, that's another thing from the first game. In the first game, obviously that was before the Sith bombardment, and you can go to the place and talk to Matali or whatever and all that stuff. It was very cool when I played the first game for the first time after playing this one a lot and seeing that, because I was like, hey, I recognize that from the second game. How cool. But yeah, it does. I mean, it's a little more battered than it was, but it looks almost identical to how it did in the first game. We'll go check it out here in a second. I lied to you. Actually, I think I'm just gonna leave. Dantooine sucks. You'll see why I'm doing this here. Time to meet my favorite companion in the entire game. We've already met her once, but let's meet her again. But this time she's on our ship. How did she get in here? I assume she cloaked or something. She also like knocked everyone out. Even Kreia, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, there she is. That cutscene wasn't for nothing that we saw earlier. Oh hey, she's got a lightsaber. So while she did knock out all of the sentient members of the crew, T3's still around. You can get him to help out in this fight. This is a really, really hard fight. I will be impressed if I win. Alright, so let's go and... I think I already talked about this in a previous episode that you can do this. Should I go with advanced? Yeah. Oh, I'm already almost dead. That's gonna kill me. But it might not. If it lets me use a med pack, then it won't kill me. Alright. We can't just run from her. I mean, we don't have to fight her. You know, she did get on the ship. T3, where are you, man? You're supposed to be here somewhere. I think I can't even, I don't think I could wake them up, can I? Wake up! No. I'm gonna be trapped here, she's gonna get me. I'm stalling for time while my health regens. Oh. Haha, she lost me. You'll never find me here. Man, this sucks. The first time I did this, it went so well. But now it's like... She's not gonna be able to find me. My stealth is too high. This went so well the first time. No, 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 no. Don't do that. I'm trying to get her. Oh, well, I'm dead. Run. The first time I did this, it went so well. So well. I, like, didn't have to do any of this stuff. I, like, just beat her easily. Go, go, go. Haha, loser. You almost killed me. Run!
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it.
In the explosion?
I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours.
Honestly, I'm so glad I redid that. That's so much funnier than the first time this happened, where I just kind of beat her fair and square.
You must. The alternative is only another death. And I would rather die by your hands. I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
You have plenty to offer me. I like your friendship.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy.
I love Miraluka.
I heard they had a colony on the Midrim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why.
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
Yep. From her broken lightsaber, I got another lightsaber part. And now she's up and about. And we could go talk to her, but, get the emitter fixture yet. But we're not going to. Instead, we're just going to take her with us. Yep, there she is. A Sith assassin. Which one should I take? Honestly, I'm still going to take Bayo. It's probably better to take Atten, but eh. Bayo's the boy. Alrighty. Now that detour is over, let's go. So we are going to outfit her a little bit here. We got a dark Jedi robe just for her. Why can't... Oh, she's not light side yet. She will get there, though. Yeah, she's neutral right now. Get the meditation gloves. I think that's pretty good for her. That's also pretty good for her. Well, we don't... Well, you can give her the Force Pike, that's fine. She's not very good with dual wielding, but we can make her good with dual wielding. I'm gonna level her up off screen. I know that it's gonna take a long time to get her up to level 12, so these are her stats. I leveled her up off screen, and these are her stats and stuff now. Look at that. Look at all those stats. I put a lot of it into her dexterity because I want to make her pretty good with well, her dexterity already starts out better than her strength, so might as well. Also, I want to keep her somewhat on par with me when it comes to finesse, the ability that lets you do melee weapons off of your dexterity instead of strength. So yeah. I don't know how to show you what powers she has. But... Oh, here it is. So yeah, I gave her, she got some special powers, like Foresight is unique to her and her only. Got Force Camouflage, as well as some other stuff. Precognition, stuff like that. But when it comes to other powers, I mostly gave her, outside of the ones that she starts with, I gave her these, mostly DPS powers, because that's kind of what she is. She's more of a DPS than anything else. So while I'm kind of like a jack of all trades kind of thing, she's all about doing damage and being as lethal as possible. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna talk to Administrator Adari, and then we're probably gonna end it off there, unfortunately. I'm sorry we couldn't do more this episode, but we did talk a lot on the ship. We did a lot of ship talk, which is always fun.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope
No
it's
Jedi
true.
here.
I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Well, I mean, that's kind of true. Isis isn't a Jedi. I am, but they don't know that. Here she is.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed? Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours? I meant no disrespect at all. It is in fact a remarkable vessel. And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel. That is an unfortunate truth. And a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memories of the Sith occupation. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence. My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong? Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him? This could work to both of our advantage. You can search for artifacts for your own interest, and also for Vrook at the same time. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
That's all. Bye. And I think that's all I'm gonna do for this episode. I know I'm trying to make them a bit shorter. I know like the 50-minute episodes aren't as fun to sit through, so I'm trying to make them around 30 to 40 minutes. But yeah, not a lot happened, but a lot happened. I mean, we talked a lot on the ship, got to know the companions a little bit better, I guess, or they had fun little interactions, and we got to learn more about our own character a bit, and also we got a new companion who's awesome, and you will almost always see her in the party from now on. There's like hardly a situation where I won't take her with us, which sucks because, you know, I might rotate her out a little bit more. She's just super useful in combat. I will rotate the companions out, I guess, every now and then, but for the most part, it's probably gonna be her and then the other companion that we can find here on Dantooine, because every one of the 4 planets, well, actually except for Korriban, so Onderon, Dantooine, and Nar Shaddaa all have a companion that you can get throughout the course of that world's story, and Isis doesn't count as the companion for Dantooine. We still have another companion that we will get. So yeah, that'll probably, it's the female exile version of Handmaiden, or stand-in for Handmaiden, whatever you want to call it, that I said in the last episode. We'll probably meet him next episode, because he's in the sub-level, and that's where we're going. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Okay, goodbye.